This series will include videos and parent exercises for play skills, responding to name, shifting gaze, commenting, and understanding. Hey parents, I'm so glad to have you here. We are talking about peer interactions and joint attention. This video is for you parents to let you kind of understand what this video series is going to be about. So of course, peer interactions are just those relationships and conversational moments between your child and another child. So that could be peers their own age, or maybe just peers even a little bit older, like cousins, siblings, relatives. A lot of different things can be used to define peer, but whoever they're having a conversation with at their level. Also, we want to kind of think of not just peers, it's called peer interactions, but relationship interactions. So how your child interacts with the teacher or maybe another parent. So the biggest thing I want to stress here is it's important to practice in a variety of settings with a variety of different people. So many different conversational partners of different ages, different backgrounds, origins, a lot of just differences. You want to focus on your child working with them. And then different settings. So your natural setting is going to be your home environment where your child is most comfortable. But they need to be able to apply these settings at school or community settings, at their friends' homes. A more structured environment is going to be in like a speech therapy room, or maybe even the classroom, because they do a lot of structured activities and maybe even conversational role play and things like that, with teachers there to really interject their opinions and help guide the students to get along and play better together, and to really look for those cues within other students. So that's really important too. But this video series is going to talk about a lot of different things. I will have a video for each one of these things and a practice video for some of these skills too. So I just am going to kind of go through a list here. I want you guys to understand what the skills are and the things your child should be working on in order to improve their peer interaction and joint attention. Before I move on, I want to first talk about joint attention. It sounds like you could probably just make a guess as to what it is, but it's your child's ability to focus on multiple things. So whether it be somebody talking while there's something in the background they're listening to, or maybe they're supposed to take notes or write something down while they pay attention to a teacher. So it's them attending to more than one thing, whether it is more than one person, more than one activity, how they can switch between working with an object to working with a person. So that focus, just being able to have that focus. So really, really important to stress. We want to improve peer interactions and joint attention. So what can you do with your child and help your child work on? And again, there will be practice exercises for the majority of the things we're going to talk about, but I kind of want to just go through a list and discuss some certain things with you. So play skills. That's normally where I start with younger kids, but also can be with older, or kind of depending on their level and how they're doing with those interactions together. I kind of group play skills in with a social aspect, so something we might even call pragmatics, which is just social thought there. So think about when your child is playing independently by themselves. They have the full control of everything they're doing. They make all the rules up. Nothing else is interacting or interfering with what they have in their head and what they want to project while they're playing. Whether it's they're playing with the cars on a racetrack, or maybe they're playing house with their dolls, or even older kids just riding a bike by themselves. There's no turn taking, there's no sharing, there's no feedback from another person. So you will see this isolated, independent play. Your child may really excel at this. They may be very imaginative and creative, and you won't notice as many breakdowns, or what we would consider breakdown is just a frustrated moment for your child, versus play skills with another child may be really complicated or different for them. So the things that you can focus on, I will make a video for, but I really just want to explain that they have to look at the social context. So what are the other people doing in these conversations and how they're interacting together. So check out my video, it'll be separate, all about play skills, but that's one of the things we're going to talk about in this video series. Another thing I want to discuss is response to their name. So again, separate video, and I will give you some strategies so that you can work with your child, but their response to their name is really important. There are 2 ways we're going to work on responding to the name, with a caregiver or a familiar voice and then an unfamiliar voice. So really, really important. This is a great skill to be working on if your child's having trouble with peer interactions or joint attention. Shifting their gaze. So your gaze is just your view. So you'll notice, let me shift my gaze here. But what we're looking for is the shift between people and between objects and how that transitions smoothly. So we'll talk about that. Let's see here. I've got recognizing and describing. This is not like commenting or requesting or anything like that we've talked about in previous series. It is recognizing and describing other people's emotions and feelings and how that should make your child react. So it's almost like cause and effect with a relationship. And let's see, commenting. So I just mentioned commenting, but this one is, I want them to not learn to comment on an object, but to comment, to express how they feel, whether they like something, don't like it, whether they want to show interest, to comment on more so an activity or an action, or maybe even just an opinion. Understanding, this is what others indicate with their gestures or their gaze. So understanding others' kind of body language in a lot of ways. And then conversational skills. We're definitely going to work with conversational skills. That is going to look like turn taking, topic maintenance, a lot of different things we'll talk about. Using the emotions that is of others and themselves to help move the conversation forward and stop breakdowns as much as possible. And then perspective taking. So not just a conversation, but a whole thought process to understand someone else's feelings. So I will be discussing each one of these things in details with videos. There'll be practice exercises and parent help. If you have questions, the most important thing you can do is comment down below. But I look forward to starting with you. Let's jump in. I can't wait to start this video series with you. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know if you need more information. See you soon. Bye.